morning, everybody. I'm Colette, the Highway Stitcher, here to give you my stitching from the highway and at home. Boy, it's been an eventful month. Tons of things have happened this month. A lot stitching related. Just a lot of other family things. It's just been very, very busy month. I don't know exactly how I'm going to put these categories in. People talk about their category stitching, which I do too, but this is like category trying to go tell you what I'm going to tell you first. First of all, I'm just going to say thanks for joining me, as always. I'm so appreciative of my new viewers. I hope you see something you like and enjoy coming to see what I'm stitching on. Also, thank you to all of you who have been devoted and loyal viewers and watchers of my Floss 2 for the past 7 years, I think. Though, since I wasn't thinking about that right now, I'm not positive on that, but I think it's 7 years. Anyway, probably the first thing I'm going to do is do my typical, just what the temperature is and what the day is and what the time is. It is 10:30 on July 6th. It's about 84 degrees right now, Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius. It's going to go up to like 96 Fahrenheit, 35 Celsius. No fun. I don't like that. I don't like hot weather. And it's also very cloudy, very humid. So it's going to be very, very high humidity. Also, I don't know if it'll end up like raining, doing thunderstorms or not. It might. It's pretty cloudy right now, and usually it isn't cloudy this early. Usually gets cloudy later in the afternoon. So we might have some thunderstorms today. July 6th is a significant date today for another reason. My middle child, Julie, it's her birthday today, and I want to wish her a happy birthday. Special times. A couple days ago was, of course, July 4th, which for the people in the States, we celebrated the 4th of July. So it's kind of been a crazy last few days. Tomorrow, we're going to celebrate Julie's birthday, Chris and I. Today, she's spending the time with her family celebrating. I have a couple pictures here of her when she's just little. Anyway, happy birthday to my Julie on this July 6th for my floss tube. Okay, what's next here? I think I will just go on and start with 2 milestone finishes. If those of you who follow me regularly and those who also are on my Instagram and Facebook know of my 2 major finishes. I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself now. So, oh, one more thing before I start that. Still celebrating. Here's Snoopy with the flag, and there's Woodstock on the top. Okay, on to my 2 milestone finishes. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. I'm just like, these are major, and I got them done within the last 2 weeks. One was about 2.5 weeks ago, and the other was just yesterday I finished it. So I don't know what I'm going to work on next. Oh, well, I'll give it some thought. Maybe it'll be later in the plans section. So anyway, the first major finish is One Nation. This is kind of hard to show because One Nation was started a long time ago when I was stitching on 28 count, 2 over 2. I started this in 2018, finished it 2.5 weeks ago. Yeah, sorry, I don't have the date in front of me, but it was in June, probably June 23rd, 24th, something like that. This was stitched. Yay, it's done. This was stitched on a 28 count fabric flare pearl gray, where it's printed on the front, and on the back is just no print. I mean, no modeling, no color. The colors that I used were Sampler Threads Chalk, Classic Colorworks Blacksmith Blue, and Classic Colorworks Cupid. What else can I say about this? For those who've seen this pattern, Of course, some people do it on kind of a beigey cream or tan color. I opted to do it on kind of a more gray blue color, so I had to change out my colors that I used from what I think the original colors were, overdyed colors. As you can see down in the states, there's 3 states that I changed from the Cupid or the chalk color to the blacksmith blue. I did those because 2 of the states are states that I lived in, and the other state is a state that I've had a heavy presence in and lived there usually during the summer. So, and those are California, where I was born and raised, Utah, where I moved it's been about over 15 years ago, and Washington, where we have a second home on the river. Also, I changed down below, since I was trying to finish it up for the 250th birthday of the United States. I redesigned and put 1776 to 2026. And then over here on the other side, I also took out some of those stars and designed 250 years with an exclamation point to make it kind of indicative of the United States 250th birthday. That was part of the reason why I was trying to get this done by the 4th of July, so I could pick up another special and well-worn project that I need to work on. So it is now done. Hallelujah, hooray. Let me see if there's anything else I have to say about it. No, except it took 8 years to finish, which it shouldn't have. But it's done now. So I am so happy. This will be framed. I'm going to take this to be framed. Going up to Jill Rensel Studios when I get a chance. I mean, it's only an hour away from me, but I don't have to send this off. But I'm so busy this month too. I don't know when I'll get these in to be framed. This one and then the next one I'll be showing you also. I also will be framing it. So, okay, my second major finish is my full coverage. This I finished yesterday. Posted a picture today on Instagram. It's a lace maker. The design work is by Artisy Designs, and the artwork is by Miles Burkett Foster. Of course, it shows a picture of a lace maker. I make lace, make bobbin lace. That's my other passion besides stitching. So when I saw this full coverage, I knew I needed to do this. It's more of an antiquities piece. This was probably, I'm assuming Miles Burkett Foster probably painted the artwork back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, something like that. So, of course, it's not fine detailed work. So it looks better from back here. You can see, though, there's the 2 cats. There's the lace maker working on her lace pillow and in her chair and sitting in front of a cottage somewhere probably in Europe. Just love this. I'm so glad this is done. I stitched it on 25 count, 1/1 full cross with DMC threads. I am going to frame this one, like I mentioned. So here's my other milestone. Oh, this was 72,000 thread, or yeah, 72. Okay, let's say our words again, Colette. 72,000 stitches. Now, that's not anything like some of you full coverage stitchers who stitch, you're working on a piece that has 500,000 stitches or more. But it's major for me. And it's getting me excited to go on to my larger, bigger, more stitch-heavy projects because I realized I could do it. Because when I got this one done, I thought, with all the confetti this had in it, oh my goodness, and ninja stitches and everything. When I got it done yesterday, I realized, okay, I'm excited, great fun. I'm ready to just go crazy and go on with my other full coverage, my pieces that have tons more stitches in them. So I'm glad that gave me such an incentive. So now, as far as what I'm going to work on, that was a little bit harder. I was kind of like, oh my goodness, I'm done with 2 major projects. What do I do now? What do I do now? So I just celebrated the 4th of July is basically what I did, and stitched the rest of the stitches for this piece, because I really didn't work on anything else. I didn't know what else I wanted to do. So there you go. She is done. Those of you who follow me know that at the beginning of the year, and I will just say this again for those who don't know, but I'll just refresh you fast, that I really wasn't going to work on anything hardly. I didn't want to do any wheels, didn't want to do any like challenges, no stitch alongs, nothing. All I wanted to do on the 250th birthday was work on flags, smaller flags, stitches, finish One Nation, and then pick up my next major piece that needs to get done because it got started the same time as One Nation, and maybe finish it up by the end of the year. That one I will bring out to you in my plans. Finish Lace Maker, and get a lot of work done on another full coverage that I want to get a lot of work done on. So that was really all I was going to do the whole year. But I decided to do one thing with a friend, and do that whenever this friend showed that she was going to work on a particular project alphabet-wise. And then I would pull out, we have a lot of the same projects together, so I would pull out when she was doing her alphabet stitching for this year, I would pull out, if I had the same piece as her, I would pull it out at the same time she was doing it and work on it together. So that was really the only other thing I did other than these major projects that I'm telling you about. So the first one is Long Mile. This is by Rosewood Manor. I didn't get a whole lot done on this, the little bit I worked, because again, I was working on my other pieces that I wanted to really finish. But I did get more done on it, so I did want to show you what I had. Before, I only had the A and a couple of the birds, and the birds weren't even done. So you can see I got more done than that, quite a bit more. So I'm just working along the top there for the A part, and I will continue and finish up that before I go on to B. I'm stitching this on a 28 count, kind of a cream even weave, 1/1 full cross. So, and it's still going to be, this piece is long because it's all the alphabet all the way down to Z. So it's still going to be a really big project, even 28 count 1/1. So, but when I start getting down to 32 count, I used to be able to do 32 count 1/1, but it's just getting hard on these old eyes now. So farthest I would go was 28 count. Widthwise is going to be fine. It's just lengthwise is going to be a little long. So pretty. I like the way the colors are turning out, the way it's looking. So. Okay, this is Hibiscus Fairy when she was working on her stitches that were in the letter H. This is one that she pulled out that I also was working on with her. So I worked 2 days on this, and I didn't realize how fast this would go. Lace Maker had so many like confetti ninja stitches. It's on a smaller count. This is on a larger count, way too large probably. It's going to be a monster. But it was a light pink Aida, 18 count Aida fabric that I had. And I just think it's just really pretty. It accents, you can kind of see the light pink in it. And it just helps this project just pop. I had made it from one side to the other, just in my case, just doing the typewriter method that Sarah Stitch and Mommy does. I worked on mostly this side. I wanted to try to fill in my whole 100 blocks all the way across. course, it's not done totally, but this before that, I mean, it was just like the first line of stitches up at the top there. So that was all that was done. So now if you look across the whole piece, a lot of it is completed as far as the first 100 block stitches all the way across. I will still have to go back and do some fill in. There is those leaves, you know, some of that part that's right here. This is this is a color saver mode on my printer, but you can kind of tell I still have to go through and pick up some of the more of the colors there, the confetti colors in her, and finish that up and finish up some of this. And then I'll be done with the entire first row, which in this case is 400 wide. So such a cute piece. And it's just been really easy and simple to work on. I'm doing 2/2 with it, of course, since it's 18 count. But it's just been whipping along. And part of that's because there's no confetti, and there's also large blocks of color. So yeah, lots of fun. I'm going to go through my plans now, and then on into my, no, first before my plans, I think I'll just go ahead and add this to show this to you before I actually go to my plans, because it was done this month, the month of June, last month. So anyway, I'm going to show you some of my bobbin lace and how much farther I got done on this one piece. Last month's video, I mentioned to you that I would be going to a Milanese lace class. For those that follow my videos, I like to do bobbin lace. It's a form of lace work that is made by weaving threads back and forth. I started out working on this swan. First started it in February of this year and worked on some of it. Well, the teacher who was teaching it in February came to Utah to teach for 3 days, June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So I was able to go back and work on my swan some more. Now, this is what most people did for their swan. They did kind of white with a combination of, as you can see, other colors like blues. Some people did light purples, light pinks. But I decided to be the, what do you call it, the black sheep of the family. But in my case, it's the black wand of the family. Swan, not wand. The black swan of the family. So here's what I got accomplished. With this girl, I started right here and went down to there in February. Stopped about there. So you can tell I got quite a bit done. All the rest of this. And then started that. Just really excited. I didn't want to stop, but I was leaving. So going up to Washington, so I had to stop. I could have possibly taken it with me, but it's just, we had to pack a lot of stuff into the truck and take a lot of stuff home also. And I knew it would just be really more of a hassle to bring my lace stuff with me this particular time to the river house. So I opted to not do it. So this poor girl is sitting here. Haven't worked on her, and I won't be able to work on her again until probably the end of July if I'm lucky. So, and even then I'll be busy doing stuff. So, but we'll see. Hopefully I can. Anyway, she is just looking really cool. Here's some of the bobbins. Just lots of fun. So that was the lace that I did at the lace class I took a month ago. So I'm going on to plans now. First, I had to think for a while, what did I want my plans to be? God, it's hard sometimes when you get done with a major project and you're not sure. I mean, you do know what you want to do next, but it's kind of like you just kind of go back. Oh, I'm done with both of them. What do I do now? So anyway, by doing the video, that was good because I had to like go, okay, Colette, what are you going to work on? What are you going to pull out? Remember what you were going to do before. So, first thing that is a must-do will be a piece that I've been working on with my birthday twin. Krista Grammer, we both have a birthday on October 29th, and we're both stitchers. She's a designer, too. She's pretty amazing. Anyway, Krista and I, for this year, decided to do a more patriotic piece to celebrate the birthday of the States, America. So we picked Flag Flock, but this wasn't an extremely huge piece either. So we figured it was something we could get done fairly fast. Well, congratulations, Krista, you're done. You've been done for a while. Me, I don't have much done on it at all because all my whole focus was on these other projects that I really wanted to finish. So anyway, here's the starting point of poor little Flag Flock. So I did work on it for a little while, and then I just put it aside. So my plan for this is it really has to be worked on because I have to have it done by October 29th. It's a patriotic piece, so when I have it done also. So this will be pulled out this month, the next month until it gets done. And I'll do major stitches on it whenever I can. I'm stitching this on a 40 count Dixie sampler fabric in the colorway of Wagon Wheel. Kind of has, a grayish brownish look to it. And I'm using all the overdyed threads that are called for. So again, I'm going to start up on this and see how much I can get done in the month of July. So that is a must-do, and it has to get done too. So I might as well just concentrate on it a lot, along with my other piece that I'm going to show you in a minute, and just get them, get a lot of work done on them. Okay, the second piece, it will be my major focus, patriotic focus for the rest of the year. I wanted to get One Nation done by the 4th, which I did. I got it done before the 4th. But I couldn't work on this other project because I didn't have it with me because I wasn't sure when I would get done with One Nation. This one I will pick up, I'll probably alternate Flag Flock, I think, with this one that I'm going to show you now. And this is a piece that's been languishing since 2018, too, also. And it's Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia. And it really needs to get done, or almost done. I would be happy with a finish on it, even if the beading wasn't done, because then I could say I got it done this year, 2026. So this will be my focus piece, but Flag Flock will have to be a focus piece also. So it has to be done by the end of October. Well, this one I've got through December. So not sure how I'm going to work that. Probably depends on which one I get burned out with, and I'll move on to the other. So probably. One Nation, I couldn't move on to another one unless I was doing the alphabet stitching a little bit. This is my starting point with Lady of the Flag. So it's not like I didn't do anything on her, but I didn't do very much. I think the only times I ever worked on this since I started it were on the 4th of July and on 9/11. In September, and that was it. And those are just like one day each, so I didn't really do very much at all. It's amazing I even have this much done, actually. It's stitched on a fabric flare, the one printed, of course, on the front, not on the back. And it's one of those, like We the People. They have the Constitution one and the Declaration of Independence, and this is the We the People. It's 32 count, 2/2. It will have, right now I'm just doing the DMC. I started in the middle down there by some of the red and white and the brown. The red and white's the flag starting and the brown of her dress. I worked my way up to the top. I wanted to get her head in there, even though I knew, I wouldn't be getting the beads and a lot of stuff. I just wanted to be able to get that in. So that's my starting point, and we're going to see what we can do with this lady, by the end of the year. I'm probably 20 tons of stitches in this. I haven't checked yet to see how many, but I bet you there are a lot. But at least I do have some finished in already. Not a whole lot, but some. So that's my other major focus piece through the end of the year, is Lady of the Flag. So that's what you'll be seeing most of the time as far as when I show you my my progress for each month. This month, you know, I was thinking about, well, what's my next piece for full coverage that I'm going to pull out and concentrate solely on since Lace Maker is done. I originally was going to pull out another piece of mine, but I'm not going to until next month. Since it's still July and I still feel in kind of a celebratory mood, I am pulling out this piece that I started. It's my only full coverage piece of this kind of genre. And it's called World of Hearts, Patriotic Heart by Stitches So Beautiful. So, real pretty piece. Vibrant with all beautiful colors in it. So that's going to be my focus full coverage for this month. I started this 2 or 3 months ago. I'm stitching this on kind of a light blue, I think they call it. It's a 22 count hardanger called Water Gray. I consider it kind of a light blue, but they call it Water Gray. 1/1 full cross. And that's all I've done. I'd have to look on my tablet to see how much, but it's not a whole lot. Let me take a look, see here. I did 500 stitches out of 132,000 and I have 0.37. So that is my starting point for World of Heart, Patriotic Heart. Now I'm moving it back to another piece that I've got to show you that I'll be working on. So this I will work on most of the month. But on the 9th and 10th of July, my alphabet stitching, or the alphabet stitching I'm sharing with Sarah, will come out. We both started Hummingbird with flowers on her birthday last year, I think it was, Sarah. Anyway, this is the piece. I got one with no background, so I didn't have to like search out where the background was because I wanted to use a kind of a prettier background color. So that is the piece. Oh, probably be a good idea to tell you who it's by. Artwork is by Oleg Gavrilov. Charting is by Heaven and Earth Designs. When it's done, it'll be 299 wide by 238 high. Okay, let me find you here. I didn't want to take her out of the bag because since I have nothing else identifying her, I want to make sure she goes back in. I'm stitching her on a 25 count Grace Notes fabrics called Arpeggio. So as you can see, it kind of has a blue, purple, pink tinge, which doesn't show up good here. I wonder if back there. Still more blue in the video, but it's actually really more purple pink. But anyway, that's the one I chose to have so that since I'm not doing any background, I don't have the background part, then the hummingbird and the flowers will pop on this pretty fabric. So this is my starting point of what when I started this, what I got done. Which, if I go back and check, I've done 1,444 stitches out of 48,176. So I have 3.00 done. I think what happened is that's where I stopped because I wanted the milestone of 3%. So I will start up on this, finish that flower probably, and start working down into the rose that's down below. That's kind of what I probably will do, even though that's kind of a boring light pink color. I think I'm just gonna keep going down there, get that done and around there so that I'll be ready to head up with the hummingbird, because then when I get that flower done, I'm gonna start working on the hummingbird's head. It's a real pretty piece, and it's not total confetti. I mean, there's confetti in it, but it's kind of a nice balance. Been enjoying working on it. It's really pretty. So we'll be pulling it out on July 9th and 10th, working on it then. I will tell you some of my travel plans that are in regards to that too, and then I'll let you know which ones I'm working on then. So that is the plans of the pieces I'm going to be working on in July. There's one other that I might pull out and do, also because of some traveling I'm doing, and I don't want to bring my tablet at all. And all of my other pieces, except for Flag Flock, are on the tablet. But this is some paper, so I'm going to bring this with me when I fly. And I'm going to start this just before and work on this. This is my next flag, Glory in the Wind. I've done 3 flags so far this year, smaller pieces, and this will be my next one. And I'm not doing the words on this one. I just want the birds and the flowing flag. I just really like that. So I will be taking this on the plane with me. I'm working on, I think, let me see what this is. This is Confederate Gray, 36 count, so that I had. So when I check the colors with, it looked pretty good. And I didn't have all the colors that they have here. And I didn't want to go buy them, so I just was substituting out all kinds of things for the colors here. And so when I start working on it, I will, of course, let you know exactly what my colors are, but I haven't started yet. So I'm thinking that this will be started probably the 3rd week in July. And probably not a whole lot will be done on it. I'll probably be working more on Flag Flock. But I decided I might want a separate piece to work on while I was gone. Okay. Next, I was going to go on to my plans for where I'm going and what I'm doing in July. Yeah, I think that's what I'll still do. Okay, so this coming Wednesday, I'm heading to St. George for a retreat, the Primrose Cottage, the first Primrose Cottage retreat put on by Snug Harbor Crafts. It's July 10th through 12th, but I'm going to head up on the 9th because I'm going to meet up with a good friend in Las Vegas. We're going to meet at Stitcher's Paradise, and we're going to eat lunch together and buy things and stuff like that. Have a good time. She doesn't live in Vegas. She lives outside of Vegas, but we're going to meet up in Vegas and go to Stitcher's Paradise and then eat lunch. And then I'll head back to St. George because it's about an hour and a half, well, hour and 45 minutes. So, and then I'll stay there at my friend's house for the retreat. Now, that brings up what I'm going to bring there to stitch on, of course. I will be bringing, because of the dates, I'm going to bring up the hummingbird. The hummingbird I'll work on during the retreat, and maybe, if I'm lucky, a little bit before the retreat, because the actual dates that we're supposed to be working on is the 9th and 10th, I think, but I might end up working on it the 10th through the 12th. We'll see. I'm also bringing Lady of the Flag to work on her, and then I'm also bringing Flag Flock. So those are my 3 pieces that I'm bringing to the Primrose Retreat to work on. And I'm not bringing another full coverage because, I want to work on Hummingbird, and since it's the alphabet stitch, I just want to work on her this weekend. I'll be back on the 12th or the 13th, and then I turn around 2 days later and I fly out to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina for the Lace Convention, the IOLI National Lace Convention. Every year it's held in a different state, somewhere in the States. This year I have to fly to it, of course, because North Carolina, I'm not going to drive that far across the country. Like I've said before, I love being highway stitcher and I love to travel. But when it starts being longer or the same distance as it would be if I'm staying at a retreat or a convention, it's like, and then I don't have any time to wander around and see other things because I'm busy at the thing I'm at, working on it. it's really not worth it to drive because I don't have a chance to go around and look at other things, spend other time. I have to get back. So I might as well not have 3 or 4 days driving and then another 3 or 4 days driving. I might as well just fly it. So this will be one of my flying lace conventions. And since it's that, I generally do not bring lace projects flying. So I'm going to work on, I'm taking a class called Freeform Crochet. And I'm a crocheter and knitter, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun, because I was looking up some of the freeform stuff, and we're going to have a shawl started, and then we're going to freeform and add it to the shawl, so the pieces. So that's what I'm doing for my week at convention, lace convention. And again, I said that I was going to bring along flag flock to stitch on the plane. It'll be flag flock for sure, and maybe Glory in the Wind, possibly. In June, what did I do in June? I took the lace class. I went, that was June 3rd through 5th, at a friend's house real close by, like only about 20 minutes up the road. That was great, fun. I got a lot of lace done, as I showed you, so that was really fun to work on this Black Swan. Right after that, Chris and I took off and went up to the River House, which is our house in Washougal, near Portland, but on the Washington side of the Columbia River. And we actually spent the whole rest of the time there until we got back on the 3rd of July. We had some of our family, grandkids come up right before the 4th of July. They couldn't come up actually on the 4th, but we spent time with them. I'm going to insert some pictures here of some of the places we went and what we did. So that was really my month of June, was spending all that time at the River House and then going to the lace class. And that's why, except for when my grandkids were there on those few days, that's really why I could concentrate a lot on finishing up both One Nation and Lace Maker. And so a friend of mine named Melanie, she always says when I go up there, I always get lots more done. And it's true, I do, because I'm not, when I'm here home, it's like I'm going, oh, I got to go do this. I got to go do that. I got to go do this. And so sometimes I have to make myself sit down and stitch, and then I'm back up saying, oh, I want to do some gardening. I want to do something else. When I'm up there, I'm not doing much of anything other than, we usually buy stuff, groceries in the house, and then we eat everything except maybe occasionally. We eat at the house except for occasionally, dinner out is about it. So I'm spending time stitching, and reading. So I got a lot of books read and a lot of stitching done, and that was good. So that was my month of June. One other thing before I forget, and I just remember this because I haven't watched any Floss Tube for a while, but yesterday when I was finishing up Lace Maker, I was watching Stitching at the Cabin with Julie, and she brought up something, and which reminded me that we are planning on starting the Letty Stitch water lilies, which I did not bring here to show. Maybe I can look it up and show it to you, what it looks like. And so I need to touch bases with her and Kim to decide when we're going to start that in my crazy busy month. But we had talked about starting it then, and I told them when I got done with these 2 major stitches that yes, I would be willing to start it. It's a beautiful piece. So I need to touch bases with them and figure out what day we're going to start that piece. And if you give me a second here, I'm going to look it up. This is a kit that I bought a long time ago, not super long ago, because it's still in print and everything, that I showed in my kits parade. And so that's when they got all excited and they contacted me and said they wanted to do it. So we will be working on this piece right here. So pretty. The colors are so vibrant in the kit, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited to start it with you guys. I am excited. Last thing I do, like I always do, for those who may not follow me and know this, I usually do a gratitude. I do a gratitude quote. This time I thought that I would do 2. Only reason is because today's my daughter's birthday, so I thought, oh well, I'm going to do the one on her birthday, and then I'm going to go over and do this other one that I thought was really cool. Okay, for Julie's birthday, it says, "The road was new to me, as roads always are, going back." So, shows you, you know, and I thought that was really a good quote for me. I see different things when I travel. I see things going there. I see things going back. And like this person said, the road can still be new to you going backwards as it is going forwards. So that's what I would encourage you when you are traveling. Remember, don't go back when you're coming back, even on the plane. Don't think that everything's going to be the exact same. You may look out the window and see something different. You may be sitting in the airport, traveling another road back, and even if you're doing the exact same road, it's still going to be new to you going back. It will not be the same. So that's on my daughter's birthday. The other one I picked, just random, that fell open on, I really like. Shows a person riding a horse. Says, "We don't know who we are until we see what we can do." Very true. I've always been a person who said, if I have the time and the means, which would be the money in some cases, but if I have the time and the means, I want to learn things. I want to do different things. You always can learn. You always can learn something new. Even if you don't have the money to learn a new skill or whatever it is you want to do. In this case, she's riding a horse, but it could be anything. It could be anything that you're interested in doing something new. If it requires money and you don't have it, then you can move on to just learning about it in books in the library. You can find out all there is to do. So there, you can have ways and means and ways of learning something new. So, and like it says, we don't know who we are until we see what we can do. We can do so many things out there, people. So that's what I want you to remember. It's always an opportunity to learn something new. So, guys, that's it for now. Let me see if I can reach my ending. Remember to find the beauty in every day. I had to reach over there. It's way far over there. Even with this muggy weather we're having with the humidity, it is pretty out there with the blue sky and the white clouds. So, again, find the beauty in every day. It's out there. Hope you guys have a great month of July. I know I will. It may be kind of crazy, but I still think it'll be a great month anyway. So anyway, take care. I'll see you again, probably the first part of August. Bye, y'all.